Good morning, everyone. Actually, good afternoon. I'm Michelle Held, and today is another Facebook and YouTube live stream. So today it's a little bit different. I'm going to try to do them together. And what I've done is open up some other software. So let me introduce myself again. Maybe you saw my live stream video from about 2 or 3 weeks ago, which didn't go exactly the greatest. We had some issues with it there, but we're trying it again. And this time I'm doing YouTube and Facebook YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So I have a blog post up today, which I'm going to discuss, and I put it in, if you're on my YouTube channel, I put it in the URL underneath the introduction to the YouTube stream. So I have an article up on entrepreneur.com, and if you don't know me that well, then you may not know that I'm an author or blogger on entrepreneur.com in addition to my two websites. So I have metrony.com, which is where you're watching this if you're on Facebook. And then I have another blog that I write on totally about Pinterest because I just love it, and that's pintalk.net. And then there's Entrepreneur, which I recently started adding video content to, and now I write for that as well. So I have a blog post up today, and it's about productivity on social media. And my goal with these Facebook Live and YouTube Live videos is to answer questions that I hear every week. And when I write a blog post, that's almost always how I came to choose the content of those blog posts, is I am just answering and writing a question that someone asked me, or a phone call I got, or an email I got. And I get tons of them every week. And I decided that, why don't I put it into video, or why don't I write into blog posts? And I'm going to actually start putting them into my email campaigns again and get that going. I sort of slacked off with email content marketing, but I really want to get that going. And we have it all set up to go and just getting the template and the format set up. So today we're talking about Entrepreneur and that blog post. So if you look on entrepreneur.com, you can search by my name, Michelle Held, and find the post. Or if you go, when I'm done with this Facebook Live video, I'll go and edit in the comment section and add the information or the link to the blog post, and also where you can connect with me on social as well. So that's what I would like you to do, is like the Facebook page, like my YouTube channel, or follow my YouTube channel, subscribe to it. Then you get notifications when we go live, or when I send out an email, or am on social. And you see that's something I always say at the beginning of my YouTube videos. So the blog post, again, keep straying away from it, is about productivity on social media. And I went out and I did something I have never done before, which is actually name some of the apps that we use to manage social accounts. Some of the apps I used and manage my personal branding, right? So if you know me on Twitter, I'm very active on Twitter. Like if you write something on Twitter and that account, Metrony, replies to it, it's really me. Nobody else manages that for me. So if I answer a direct message or I reply to a tweet or thank you, that's coming exactly from me. And pretty much the same with the Facebook page, although there's some other people and apps managing Facebook too. So I named a bunch of tools that I actually use. And when I go out and I do public speaking events, or when I write, I like to give people actionable items that they can do to make their business better, or grow their social media following, or do their digital marketing, maybe their AdWords spend. I talk about SEO, and to make it better and give them actionable items. But I never really got into naming the products that I use because I didn't want to come across as pitching something or favoring something. And it always came to me, felt like it could be taken as a little bit false. But sitting in other people's speeches and conferences, like after I get done talking, I go and listen to the other speakers. I realize that's really what people want to hear. So I put together a video and named some apps that I use, and end up getting a bigger exposure than I intended to. So I'm on the right path. So let's talk about our productivity tools. I named a few in there. It was Buffer, Hootsuite, Feedly, which is not really a social media productivity tool, it's more content discovery, and then a cool website, If This Then That. And then I talk about a bit about managing followers. Hootsuite was the one in the article that, and it's actually an article and a video that's on Entrepreneur Today, and it came out just about 2-3 hours ago. So Hootsuite is the app I've used the longest, and I like it because if you're just starting out, there's a free version that you can have a couple accounts in there and get started with Facebook, Twitter pretty easily and manage your posting. But I also talk about that I've started to use Buffer, and I've used Buffer, got rid of Buffer, been back to Buffer, and since I wrote that article and made that video, I've become more comfortable with Buffer, and I have it working the way I want it to. At first, I had a tough time learning some things that I want, but now I've added more accounts to it, and I see how fast it can make my sharing, and it's made actually my morning a lot easier when I go in to schedule content. There's still features of Hootsuite versus Buffer that I wish I could mash them both together and use it, but I have to go with recommending both of them. If This Then That is an app that you can use to, I don't know, there's just thousands of things in there. There is a definite social media component where you can have it retweet other people or save things to lists, and lots of productivity going on there too. But If This Then That does so much more, like handles things on your smartphone. Like I have an app running from it, or recipe running from it rather, where if I lose my phone, it turns the volume up so I can call it and find it. So If This Then That is also in that video. The goal with these productivity apps is to save yourself time and thereby save yourself money, right? Because if you are spending time on social, and even worse yet, wasting time on social, you don't want to do that. If you're wasting time on social or spending too much time there, you're taking yourself away from your core business. And even for me, where social and online marketing, digital marketing are my core business, if I'm spending a ton of time on content discovery or posting or replying, that takes me away from the things that I really want to do, which is creating more videos, writing more blog posts, or servicing my clients. So it's really important that I make my social media management more productive and streamline it and not get caught up. But the benefit for me is because it's what I do in the morning when I'm looking for content to share online or interesting articles. I learn a lot too because I'm reading, and that's pretty much what I use Feedly for, is organizing the stuff that I read. I'm checking out the reflection in my glasses. So what I do, and people ask me that, so what do I do? I'm writing, right? I have an older book. I have my blog posts, and I've gotten totally into video content creation. I've always encouraged my clients to use video because it's such a good way to connect with others, but they always shy away from it because it's expensive. And then I've become a big YouTuber, and it's probably only been about 7 months since I've really dedicated time on a weekly basis to YouTube and said, I'm going to do it. We're going to make sure we have a video out every Saturday, and I'm actually trying to up that to 2 times a week now. I've hired someone to do editing for me and all the post-production, which is a big time relief, so you can't automate that, but it's awesome when you get to that point where you can have someone else do that for you. But now we have this animal, which is live video. And so how do you make live video? How do you make that happen? You can't do it with productivity tools. So let's stray away from that blog post, and you can go check that out on Entrepreneur. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to that is already in the YouTube stream. It'll be in the Facebook stream when we're done. This is going to be, 10-15 minute live video. So I've gotten into live video, and if you see this background, and see this lamp back here? I left it out on purpose because if you go to my YouTube channel and you look way back in the beginning, you probably recognize this background. So this is kind of where it all started. It is where it all started. And this is the office that's in my house, and it's only totally plain white wall that when we started doing YouTube videos, it was the only place to work. So if you look at newer videos on my YouTube channel, you see that there's a different background that's red, and we've been very unsuccessfully fooling around with that background and trying to change it into colors and getting backdrops, and none of it's working so far. But I wanted to share more and more about video creation and actually start doing Facebook Live and now YouTube Live because the best way to teach people about this is demonstrating it rather than just talking about it or even just blogging about it. I want to show you, and I especially want to show you the things that go wrong. And that's why we came to what I talked about in the beginning is about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was doing Facebook Live. And what I was trying to do there was show you what it takes to shoot a YouTube video. So we have two different kinds of videos that we talk about. I have live video, I have scripted video. The YouTube videos are all scripted videos except for this one. This will be the first YouTube live stream. And the Facebook videos, they are a live videos. So this one is right there now, and it'll be saved there when I'm done. And then when I am done with the YouTube video, I take the download of the copy we created and I upload it to Facebook. What I don't do is I don't share them from YouTube to Facebook. And social media world, you don't want to do that because YouTube and Facebook are competitors. So the Facebook algorithm will automatically just kill the reach on your YouTube video. So you want to upload it directly to get that bigger reach. So we're going to talk about video creation. We started to make a blooper reel of all the screw-ups we've had with video creation day. And it's usually a Wednesday or Thursday that we shoot videos, and then the new ones go up on the weekend. And I can guarantee you that something always goes wrong. So 2-3 weeks ago, if you watched the video, you saw on my jacket that it was reflecting the lighting really in a weird way. And that's actually happened before with that exact same jacket. And we decided not to scrap that video, and it's on Facebook Live. So if you look back, and you'll see that there's a video there, and you can see my clothing doing so. I have a wardrobe malfunction. We did, however, reshoot the YouTube version of that actually twice. So once was a wardrobe malfunction, and then the time after that ended up being equipment malfunction. I think that, I don't know if something was blurry or the sound didn't work out right. Something else happened. And my point is that when you go to create a video, something is always going to get funky on you. Something's going to go wrong. Something's going to happen. But don't let that stuff deter you. Get out and add video to your content marketing. Even if you're not in the business of social or digital marketing, you could be a supermarket or you could be selling jewelry. It's an awesome way to connect, and it's something you should add to your content marketing plan. So how do you do that? These live videos, it's the easiest way. So right now, this is completely different than how I shoot a YouTube video. I am sitting in my office with my plain white background, and my laptop is right in front of me. I have a couple tabs open. I have my smartphone right next to me so I can see that everything is actually streaming right. But it's a really simple setup. It's cheap. You know, I already own the laptop. I already have the smartphone. I could be streaming this from my smartphone. I just download some software so I could do YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So it's very, very cheap. The scripted videos, the YouTube videos, it's more difficult. If you look back on my YouTube channel, which is Matronicom, and I'll put that link in Facebook so you can see it in case you're a Facebook Live watcher. You'll see that there's quite a bit of setup and equipment involved in those, and sometimes it misbehaves and goes wrong. So we have lighting out in front, we have a microphone we added, there's a DSLR camera, sometimes the smartphone is running at the same time, and there's an external recorder going on, and we're constantly adding something new to that. If I had waited till I had all those things in place, I would have never ever gotten my YouTube channel off the ground. And that's my point to you is just go do it. You can do your first Facebook Live video. You can do your first YouTube video. You really only need a smartphone. It's not the best in equipment, but it will get you started, and commit to regular content marketing and regular recording and uploading of your videos on a schedule. The same if you're familiar with blogging and you're working on SEO on your website for digital marketing. You know that sticking to a schedule with quality content so your viewers know when to look forward to something being uploaded or added is the best way to go, and that's the best way to optimize your content for search engine optimization and human readers too. So always look at everything from SEO perspective and the human perspective as well. So what am I going to do with these Facebook Live videos? Well, in the future, I am going to discuss a lot about video creation, and I am going to take all the stuff that I say and write and do during the week and stick it into a Facebook Live video. So I think the next thing that we're going to talk about, I'm going to make this a Wednesday lunchtime chat, about 10 minutes tutorial of what can you do this week, and next week is going to be repurposing and re-optimizing. So it'll be like, I have Facebook Live or YouTube Live video. Now what? What do I do with that? I can embed it in emails. I can repurpose it. I can download them and use them in other places so I get more mileage out of my 10, 15 minute, 1 hour effort, get the most out of it. And that's what I'll talk about. So if you want to hear future videos, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? That's something I say at the beginning of every YouTube video is I'm asking you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why? Because then you get an email notification of when that video goes up, the next video goes up. Also, if you're subscribed, you got a notification that I'm live right now. So it helps me help you. You get that notification. If you actually were already subscribed to my YouTube channel, you might have seen during the middle of the night last week, we tested YouTube Live and went live. I went live a lot faster. Like as soon as I hit the streamer, the thing went live in like 2 seconds, and it sent out an email at about 11 p.m. at night. It was a big blank screen. Sorry about that. It won't happen again, I promise. But that's what you get when you subscribe, is you get these notifications. Same thing with Facebook. If you like the page, then you also get a notification of when it's live. And the benefits of doing live video is they are getting amazing reach right now. I see it on my live streams, and I see it on my clients' live streams. They get about 9 to 10 times more reach than a normal post would on their Facebook page. Same thing on YouTube. Really, really big reach. So live video, it's hot. It's getting through all those algorithms. It'll get you more viewers, more subscribers, more likes on your page. That's what you really want because you're on social, more visibility. So in addition to asking people to subscribe, try live video and come back next Wednesday where I'll talk about how to repurpose and optimize these videos, what you can add to the descriptions and text and titles and make them better. And I'll give you some ideas of topics, because that would be the most common question I've always gotten on social is, what do I post and when do I post it? So what do I say? What pictures do I use? It's actually a lot easier than you think. So that's your homework for next week, is think about what you'd like to post. Just think about what your clients, customers, viewers, people who are interested in your product, brand, service, what do they want to know? What do they ask you when you're in the store or you're at a trade show or you get a phone call? What are people asking you? Write that down, and it will make an excellent blog post because it's real and it's a natural question and it's very human. And those are the best blog posts and best content, best videos. So I hope you found this helpful. I know it's a little bit rambling. If you want to learn a little bit about content or maybe not what to post there, I have another YouTube video up that came out last Saturday, and it was how to ruin your Twitter strategy. And that can really apply to any social channel. I have another Entrepreneur.com video and blog post coming up on March 30th, and that is a really cool interview with a bunch of business leaders that I talked to in Las Vegas earlier this year, and they give us all of their success tips. So I hope you will stay tuned. Thank you for watching, YouTubers and Facebook folks. Please like the channel, like the Facebook page, and come back, and I will see you soon.